Welcome to this Zentangle Quickie. My name is Heather Hartwick Gladden. I'm a Certified Zentangle Teacher, and today we're going to take a look at the Tangle Prima from CZT Kimberly Wood. Neat Tangle. There are a number of flower, not to take away from any of them, and especially this one, a number of flower type tangles that use flux, because it's the perfect tangle for so many things, for leaves, for flowers. It's gorgeous, and I get to do the line ... and that makes me very happy. So without further ado, this one starts with, that's really all it is, you know. For those of you that know, you know. All right, this starts off with two sort of parallel lines. They can be kind of curved if you want them to be. Like that. Let's see, maybe I want to move this one up a little bit. Yeah, so stem-like. It can be, again, however you want. And then, from here, we're going to make, I'm going to call it a squashed orb, because I like to refer to everything in Zentangle-ese. So kind of an ovally shape, but you know, oval, just like circle, too much pressure. That's why we call circles orbs. This would then be a squashed orb. All right. And you know, and however long you want it, up to you. All right. Then some flux shapes. Now, if you've never done, and this is Rick's version of flux. Maria's version of flux is a little bit different. I love that they have their different styles. It's so cool. I know I do have I have to go back and look. I don't know if I did both versions on the video. I might have just done Rick's. But Rick's is kind of like just like the leaf. And so it starts off here. I've heard Maria, and I don't know if she was referring to this shape or not. It was something close, and she called it a tethered orb, because if you think about, you know, an orb being like this, but if you tether it here, and then, have it droop wherever you want, and then come back to that same point. If you think about it that way, it kind of works. It could also be like it's blowing a bubble, or sticking its tongue out. But you think like a thought bubble too. Whichever way. Being the non-artist, if I think in Zentangle terminology, as far as the elemental strokes go, it's amazing. And you can do anything then. All right, so we're going to do 3 on this side. You know, you can have them going however you want. And then we'll do 2 on the other side. I like to draw mine this way, at least at the moment. That's how I like to draw them. So that's why I turn in my tile. Make sure to turn your tile so it's nice and comfortable for you. All right, and I always try to bring it back to center so you can see. All right, then, and and Kimberly, if you watch this, I took some artistic license, or CZT-istic license, and I reordered some of the things just because that was the way I wanted to do it. Just me. I wanted to do all of the shapes first and then decorate afterwards. So take a look at the For More Inspiration link, so that way you can see this. It links to Kimberly's Instagram. I didn't check to see if it was on Tangle Patterns or not, but it links there, and I am sure, you know, the challenge that I have with Instagram is it's not easy to find things. So, you know, finding, and I don't know if you, oh wait, she has a hashtag Zentangle_Prima. As I'm talking to you, I'm looking here because I didn't look ahead of time. Oh no, that's the only one. So, so anyway, because Instagram is difficult to see the extra work. Yeah. And, you know, using hashtags helps unless you use a term that other people use. So anyway, but go take a look at her work. The sample is gorgeous. Her step outs are gorgeous too. Anyway, all right. Back to the tangle. All right. So the next is we're going to do some of what I like to call fancy fescues, just because they kind of come back on themselves like that. More than, here, let me just show. I haven't shown in a long time. I think I have a video on it. Fescue is really more like this. Or actually, I think in the Zentangle, the Zenthology, it was like a squiggly line and a ball on the end. So we just, they've used this in several tangles like this where it comes back and on itself. You know, someday maybe I'll do, you know, a step out or something just so that way it's like, so, because we just, that's what we call it. It's fancy fescue because that's what it looks like. Again, yeah, the Opus Tangle uses that. I know that there are some others where, you know, this part is elongated and it's just fancier. So 2 coming this way, aiming, you know, towards the center, 2 coming the other way. Same idea, you know, all towards the center. And if you think Prima Ballerina, and I know on the Kim's post, she does mention that, so, and that this was her first tangle. So how very cool is that? Okay, and I like to leave a little bit of shine on the bottoms, you know, right here. And I just want to reshape that a little bit because it got a little out of control. All right, then for the decoration, and I think this is a brilliant idea. So she kind of does, it's sort of rounding, but usually we do rounding, you know, in when there's a like a harsh corner, but it's still kind of rounding the tip. So just doing another curve line, coming in a little bit and then darkening it. So we're kind of adding weight to that tip. And, you know, you can have as much fun as you want, you know, experimenting with, you know, maybe you want it to come out a little further, or sometimes it just happens because you have little things like that. It's like, I don't know what that was. Pen got out of control or something. All right. Whoops. All right. And like I said, it wouldn't be a flux shape without. Now she just has 1 dot, and so I'm going to do the 1 dot because it's okay. There is magic whether it's just the line, or the line and a dot, or 2 dots, or 3 dots. It just, well, let me do the one side. Let's go a little longer. And you can add some curve to them. You know, I usually will try to go with the curve of either side, but sometimes if I've had this shape and it'll look like a deflated balloon and just like, oh, that's just horrible looking, but then you add the line and the dots again, or just the line, and all of a sudden it just rescues it. I'm gonna have to do a video on the way on the way that just, it's just magical. It really is. And I remember, I think it was probably one of the first tangles that I found on my own and played with, called Flourish, and it's my mac and cheese tangle. It totally is, and it uses that, and it was just, it's so remarkable. It's like when you leave it without and then you add it, it's like, yeah. Anyway, I could go on forever. So, all right. And then the other part of decorating is she uses stipple here, and stipple is it's just dots. So instead of shading with the graphite, she just puts some in there. She kind of comes up around here, but you can make your dots a little bit more concentrated where you want it, thicker, just like that. Try not to think about it too much. I just did a class in Tangle Enhancers, and that was one of them that I did, because it's just such a neat thing to do, and it's very old timey, because I don't remember when I was doing some research for that class, that and hatching and cross hatching and all of that. is from, times of old. And it's just neat. So that is basically it, except I'm just feeling this need. Do I dare? I dare. I'm going to add, because I see Maria do this a lot. Ooh. It's just, sometimes you add something. Look at that. So I just added, just a V with a little line coming down. Maybe I'll do that at this end too. We could go over, we'll flare it a little bit. Oh, and now, I don't know, it just added some little extra character. And I feel like it's a prima ballerina. Very, very cool. Very cool. Now, if you wanted to add any more shading, this is what I would do. And you could decide if you wanted to put some there or not. I'm going to just put a little bit right here where those guys meet. And just bring it out a little bit. I might do some at that stem too. Yeah. Well, if I had drawn that a little bit thicker, or then I don't have a thinner tortilla, but let me see if I can do it with what's left here. And just put some graphite, just a very little bit on one side. Oh, it kind of works. It's sort of clear there. Oh yeah, you can see. Oh, just neat. Just neat. Oh, what a lovely tangle. All right. If you've enjoyed this, and I hope you did, would love to have you click the like button. And if you liked it enough to see more, would love to have you be a subscriber to the channel. And I'm just feeling this need because I did this on one other one. Just to put some little faint little lines there. It's just amazing what little things make such a big difference. Oh my gosh. All right. In the description section, I mentioned already checking for the step outs links. I always do my own version and then link to the creator of the Tangle. Then below that, ways to connect with me if you wish. I have a link to my website where you can follow my blog. Also, you can see about classes and things like that. I do teach online twice weekly. Tuesdays and Thursdays, and I do 2 sessions. It's the same content, but different people, which makes it all, well, for the most part, different people. We have some that like to come to both, and it's a hoot and a half. Maybe 2 hoots. Or 3 even. You just have to be there. It is really fun. And if you, what did I mention? A lot of them are free. Some are paid. Thursdays are free because it's called Tangle Time. And then I do have one free that's on a Tuesday. It's the 3rd Tuesday of the month. And then the other ones are either paid or I have one that is a club members exclusive. And if you are interested, you can check out information on my Tangle Addicts Club. All right. Also, I said link to the Facebook page so you can follow me there. And if you'd like to be a part of the conversation and have just a nice place to come share your work, talk about things Zentangle, we use this. I mean, it's besides the fact that it's good for meditation and stress relief, we just extend it to, it's like when you just need to get out of reality and then, come in the group, look at all the beautiful things that people post your own and, comment. It's a mutual admiration society and we just have a lot of fun. So come and join us there. There are 4 questions that you need to answer in order to gain entry, just so you're aware. All right. I think that's it. So with that, thanks so much for watching, and I wish you happy tangling.